Happy Wednesday, everybody, and welcome back to our next lesson on solving equations. Today, we're going to look at two examples of solving multi-step equations. Our first example, 9x plus 1 minus 7x minus 5 equals 20. Now, there's three steps you want to follow when you're solving multi-step equations. 1, distribute. Do we have anything in a set of parentheses where we can distribute a value from the outside? 2, can you simplify? Meaning, are there any values on the same side of the equation that you can combine before we start doing the third step, which is to move values and solve? So let's take a look. We don't have any parentheses here, so there's nothing to distribute. We're going to move on to step 2, which would be simplifying. On the left side, you're looking to see, do you have any like terms? And we do, 9x and negative 7x. So since they're on the same side of the equation, we're just going to read what they say and do that operation. 9x minus 7x. So we're going to go ahead and do that. 9 minus 7 gives me 2x. Now let's take a look and see if there are any other like terms. We have a constant of a positive 1 and another constant of a negative 5. So because they are like terms, we will do the same thing and we will add those together. So 1 minus 5 is going to give me negative 4. And we're going to set that equal to negative 20. Now it's like yesterday's example where we can simply solve using two-step equations. We're going to undo the operation of subtracting 4, and we are going to add 4 to both sides of the equation. We have negative 4 minus 4, which we know cancels. And we can bring down that 2x and set it equal to negative 20 plus 4. And after we evaluate that, we get negative 16. We now have a one-step equation, 2x equals negative 16. And we talked about this the other day. What is happening between the 2 and the x? They're being multiplied. And so you're going to do the opposite of that. The opposite of multiplication is division. So we are undoing that operation of multiplication by dividing everything by 2. 2x divided by 2 cancels out, and we're left with just x equals, and we have negative 16 divided by 2. And after we evaluate that, we get negative 8. And there's our final answer. Let's take a look at another example. Here we have negative 7 times the quantity 3x minus 1. And all of that is equal to 91. So this is an example of when we need to distribute first. So we are going to take that negative 7 and we are going to distribute that to everything inside of the parentheses. Now distribute is a fancy word for multiplication. So we are going to multiply everything by negative 7. Negative 7 times 3x. So negative 7 times 3 gives me negative 21. And then we have x. Negative 7 times 3x, negative 21x. Now we're going to do it again. Negative 7 times negative 1. So be careful with that double negative. A negative times a negative is a positive. So we have a positive 7, and that's equal to 91. And now we're going to follow our two-step equation rules. We're going to start with the value furthest away from the x, and we're going to undo that operation of adding 7. So we are going to subtract 7 on both sides of the equation. We didn't do anything with the negative 21x, so we're going to bring that down. And then we have 7 minus 7. We all know that cancels. And we have 91 minus 7, which gives me 84. And if you're unsure, use your calculator to type in those larger numbers. There is nothing wrong with that. Negative 21x equals 84. And we are going to divide both sides by negative 21. We want to undo that operation of multiplication. And the opposite of multiplication is division. And our negative 21 cancels. Again, you may not be sure what 84 divided by negative 21 is. So if you're not sure about that math, go ahead and use your calculator to help you out. I do know that a positive divided by negative is going to be a negative. And 84 divided by 21 gives me 4. So x is equal to 4. And again, don't forget, you can always take your answer, plug it back in for x, and evaluate to see if you get 91. If you don't, then we've made a mistake along the way, and we have to go back and try again. Check back tomorrow for more multi-step equations. Bye.